Hello students, let's learn science subject 9th standard chapter 10. Chapter name is gravitation. What is gravitation? The earth has gravity. You must have heard many times. मतलब गुरुत्वाकर्षण. ठीक है, कोई भी चीज आप ऊपर से नीचे फेंकोगे, ऊपर से फेंकोगे तो क्या होगा, वो नीचे ही आएगा, ऊपर नहीं जाएगा, हवा में नहीं उड़ेगा, है ना. सो मतलब धरती जो है अपनी तरफ उसको आकर्षित करती है, खींचती है. दैट इज कॉल्ड ग्रेविटेशन. न्यूटन जो साइंटिस्ट थे, ही वाज सिटिंग अंडर अ ट्री एंड एन एप्पल फेल ऑन हिम. उसके ऊपर एक सफरजन गिरा. तो उन्होंने सोचा कि जो धरती है उसमें इतनी पावर है कि वो एप्पल को खींचती है अपने पास में, राइट. तो उन्होंने सोचा कि जो मून है, चंद्रमा, तो वो भी जो धरती है, मून भी चंद्रमा जो है, चंद्रमा जो मून है, वो भी धरती के ऊपर गिरना चाहिए. क्योंकि जब धरती सब कुछ खींचती है अपनी तरफ, तो चंद्रमा को भी खींचनी चाहिए, राइट. ऐसे उनके मन में ख्याल आया. फॉर दिस लेट अस सी एन एक्टिविटी. टेक अ piece of thread, on one end of it tie a stone and the other end which is loose you hold it in your hand and start moving in this fashion, right. Make your hand up, okay, above your head, and then start moving in a circular direction. Let it revolve, right. So what will happen, it will continuously revolve, and when this thread is released by you, what will happen, it will move in the direction of that path. This is the circular path. It will move perpendicular to this circular path. It moves with a certain speed and it changes its direction at every point. The change in direction involves change in velocity or acceleration. The force that causes this acceleration and keeps the body moving along the circular path is acting towards the center. This force is called the centripetal force. Centripetal मतलब center seeking. Centripetal मतलब center seeking, right. In the absence of this force, the stone flies along a straight line. This straight line will be a tangent to the circular path. It will make a 90 degrees to the circular path. The motion of the moon around the earth is due to the centripetal force. The centripetal force is provided by the force of attraction of the earth. अर्थ का जो चुंबकीय खिंचाव है, उसकी वजह से वो सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स पैदा होता है, और उसकी वजह से जो मून है ना, अर्थ के चक्कर लगा रहा है. इफ देयर वॉज नो सच फोर्स, द मून वुड परस्यू अ यूनिफॉर्म स्ट्रेट मोशन. ठीक है, जैसा हमने देखा, वो धागा छोड़ दिया तो क्या हो गया, जो पत्थर है वो सीधा टेंजेंट हो गया सर्कुलर पाथ को और दूर जाके गिर गया, राइट. इट इज सीन दैट अ फॉलिंग एप्पल इज अट्रैक्टेड टुवर्ड्स द अर्थ. Does the apple attract the earth? Right? Now we have to find out the reason for that. According to the third law of motion, the apple does attract the earth. But according to the second law of motion, for a given force, acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass of an object. एक्सेलरेशन जैसा मास मतलब वजन जो है वो ज्यादा होगा तो उसका जो एक्सेलरेशन है वो कम होगा, और हल्का होगा तो ज्यादा होगा, है ना. ऐसा है ये. इट इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल मतलब उल्टा होगा. द मास ऑफ एन एप्पल इज नेग्लिजिबल स्मॉल कंपेयर्ड टू दैट ऑफ द अर्थ, सो वी डू नॉट सी द अर्थ मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द एप्पल. मतलब जो अर्थ का साइज है वो ज्यादा है और एप्पल का साइज कम है, तो क्या होगा, जो छोटा है चीज है वो बड़े चीज की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होगा, मतलब एप्पल अर्थ की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होगा. इन आवर सोलर सिस्टम ऑल द प्लैनेट्स गो राउंड द सन. सन के इर्द गिर्द चक्कर लगाते हैं, ओके. मतलब क्यों चक्कर लगाते हैं कि सन के अंदर कोई चुंबकीय शक्ति है जो प्लैनेट्स को अपनी ओर खींचती है, राइट? इट हैज अ ग्रेविटी which holds all the planets together, and that holding force is called centripetal force. From the above facts, Newton concluded that not only does the earth attract an apple and the moon, but all the objects in the universe attract each other. This force of attraction between objects is called the gravitational force. Right? समझ में आया ये? Now let's see about universal law of gravitation. Every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Right? The force is along the line joining the center of the two objects. Force कहाँ है? Now look at this figure. In this there are two objects A and B having mass m, capital M and small m. Okay. Now, and the distance between them, their centers is D. Okay. Now let the force of attraction between these two objects be F. So now according to the law of gravitation, the force between two objects will be directly proportional to the masses, मतलब m into m, and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance, means F is proportional to 1 upon d square, right? It is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Now when you compare these two equations, F is common, so this can be written as m into m divided by d square. Now since F is proportional, there will be one constant g which is added to this equation. So now the formula becomes F equal to g into m divided by d square, where g is the constant of proportionality and is called the universal gravitation constant, right? Now you can modify this formula according to the requirement. This will help you. You have to memorize this. This will help you in solving the problems. Now you can modify this formula as G is equal to F d square divided by m into m. Now the SI unit of G can be obtained by substituting the units of force, distance and masses, right, in this equation. So what will be the unit of that? It will be Newton meter square per kg square. Okay. The value of G was found out to be 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square kg square, right? The value of G was found out by Henry Cavendish. He was born in 1731 and he died in 1810. So the value of G was found out by Henry Cavendish, and the value is given over there. You have to remember this value, which will be helpful in solving the problems. Now we know that there exists a force of attraction between any two objects, right? So now what we will do? We will try to solve this problem by use of this formula which we have learnt above. Here the value of G is given. Mass of Earth is also given, 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg, and the mass of Moon is also given, 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 kg. Now the distance between the Moon and the Earth is also given, 3.84 into 10 raised to 5 kilometers. You have to calculate the force exerted by the Earth on the Moon, right? So this is very simple. Let's see how to solve it. Now these all masses are given, right, of the mass of the Moon and the Earth, right? Distance is given in kilometers. You have to convert that to meters, right? since the formula's unit is Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, so when you put these values in this formula, F equal to G into m divided by d square, you will get the force exerted by earth on the moon is 2.01 into 10 raised to 20 newtons, right? Now let us learn the importance of the universal law of gravitation. The force that binds on the earth, right? What does the force, which force binds us on the earth? It is the gravitational force. The motion of the moon around the earth is also due to gravity. The motion of planets around the sun is also due to gravitational force of the sun, and the tides are also caused due to the gravitational force between the moon and the earth, and the moon and the sun, right? Now let's learn about free fall. We'll perform one activity and see what conclusion do we arrive at. If you take a stone, throw it up, it will go up to a certain height and then again it will start falling down. मतलब वापस वो नीचे आ जाएगा. वो क्यों होता है? Due to gravitational force. Whenever objects fall towards the earth under this force alone, we say that the objects are in free fall. मतलब सिर्फ खाली ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स जब एक्ट करता है वो बॉडी के ऊपर, वो ऑब्जेक्ट के ऊपर, तो वी कैन से दैट दे आर इन अ फ्री फॉल. Is there any change in the velocity of falling objects? ठीक है, वेलोसिटी का कुछ चेंज होता है, हम लोग आगे देखेंगे. The acceleration of any object falling towards the earth is due to the earth's gravitational force, right? Now you know this. And this unit is called acceleration. Acceleration due to gravitational force of the earth, or you can say it is acceleration due to gravity, and it is denoted by g. The unit of g is the same as that of acceleration, that is meters per second square, right? Gravitational force you can denote it as g symbol, and it is same as that of acceleration. Acceleration unit was also meters per second square. Now we know that from second law of motion, force is the product of mass and acceleration. Now we know that there is acceleration involved in falling objects due to the gravitational force and is denoted by g. So what will be the force? Mass into gravitational force, m into g, right? Now this is equation 10.6. Okay, now we will see equation 10.5. G equal to Fd divided by m into m, right? Here g is the constant of proportionality, F is the force acting on it, d is the distance, and mass is the m is the mass of the object. Okay, now this equation 10.5 and this equation 10.6, when we substitute this, we will get mg equal to g into, we just have to replace this f, right, as g into m into n m divided by d square. So now this and this will get cancelled, right? So what will remain? G is equal to g into m divided by d square, where m is the mass of the earth and d is the distance between the object and the earth, right? And g is the gravitational constant. So consider an object to be on or near the surface of the earth. The distance d will be equal to r. the radius of the earth, right? You just assume this. So for objects on or near the surface of the earth, what will be the formula? It will be G equal to capital G M divided by R square, right? We have replaced the distance equal to R. D we have replaced is R. Okay, here you can see this D is replaced by R. That is the radius of the earth. Now you know that the earth is not a sphere, and as the radius of the earth increases from the poles to the equator, hence the value of G becomes greater at the poles than at the equator. Understood? The diameter of the earth is greatest at the equator and it is less at the poles. So value of G will become greater at the poles and at equator it will be less. Now for calculation, we can take G to be more or less constant, that is on or near the earth. But for objects far from the earth, the acceleration due to gravitational force of the earth is given by equation 10.7, which we saw this equation. G equal to this gravitational constant into m divided by d square. Now let us learn how to calculate the value of G. So we will put the values of G. What is G? This is the gravitational constant. What is m? The mass of the earth, and r is the radius of the earth. So we will put these values in this equation, right? Radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meters. Mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg, and gravitational constant equal to 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. So when we put these values and solve it, we will get the value of G as 9.8 meters per second square. This is the value of acceleration due to gravity of earth. Okay, this is very useful for solving the problems. You have to remember this. Now let's see the motion of objects under influence of gravitational force of the earth. Let's do an activity. Take a sheet of paper and a stone and drop them from the same height. For example, you take first floor of any building and see who reaches first, the paper or the stone. Obviously the stone will reach first and the paper will reach at the last. Why? Because air opposes the movement of them, of the stone and the paper. They offer resistance. Okay. Now if you do the same object with the same material in a jar which is free from air, means all air is sucked out and a vacuum is created, and you leave them from the same height, then they will reach the bottom at the same time, because the resistance from the air will not happen due to absence of air. We know that an object experiences acceleration during free fall. This acceleration experienced by an object is independent of its mass. This means that all objects, hollow or solid, big or small, should fall at the same rate. According to a story, Galileo dropped two different objects from the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy to prove the same. As G is constant near the earth, all equations for the uniformly accelerated motion of objects become valid with acceleration A replaced by G. Now you know the equations which we had studied in chapter 8. v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square equal to u square plus 2as, right? Where v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration, s is the distance, right? You remember all these, and t is the time. So we will take acceleration a to be positive when it is in the direction of velocity, and if it is in opposite direction of velocity, then we can take the acceleration as negative. Let's solve some problems with which you can better understand this concept. Let's try to understand example 10.2. A car falls off a ledge and drops to the ground in 0.5 seconds. मतलब कार है ना, सपोज माउंटेन के ऊपर से या कोई पहाड़ का चोटी पर से गिर जाता है 0.5 सेकेंड्स में. उसमें अज्यूम करना है g इज इक्वल टू 10 मीटर्स पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, और कैलकुलेट करना है व्हाट इज इट्स स्पीड ऑन स्ट्राइकिंग द ग्राउंड, देन व्हाट इज इट्स एवरेज स्पीड ड्यूरिंग द 0.5 सेकेंड्स, एंड हाउ हाई इज द लेज फ्रॉम द ग्राउंड. ये तीन चीज कैलकुलेट करना है. ठीक है. टाइम दिया है अपने को आधा सेकेंड. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी क्या है? 0. ठीक है. एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी कितना है? 10 मीटर्स पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. ठीक है. और वो कहाँ हो रहा है? नीचे की तरफ हो रहा है वेलोसिटी. सो वी आर टेकिंग इट पॉजिटिव, राइट. So we'll mention first whatever information is given, then we will calculate the speed by using formula v is equal to u plus at. U is 0, so it's not to be accounted. A into t, acceleration is 10 meters per second square and time is 0.5 seconds. So the speed is 5 meters per second. Now we will calculate the average speed. For that we will use the formula u plus v divided by 2. We'll put the values of v and u, and we will get the value of average speed as 2.5 meters per second. Now we'll calculate the distance traveled by using this formula. S is equal to half at square. Half is constant, a is acceleration, and t is the time. So acceleration is 10 meters per second. When we put the values in this equation, we will get the distance traveled as 1.25 meters. So the जो लेज है वो ग्राउंड से कितना ऊपर है? इट इज एट अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ 1.25 meters. The speed, the summary you have to write down. The speed on striking the ground is 5 meters per second. It is striking with this speed. The average speed is 2.5 meters per second, and the third one is height of the ledge from the ground is 1.25 meters. All okay. You have to write this summary. Now let's solve example 10.3. An object is thrown vertically upwards and rises to a height of 10 meters. We have to calculate the velocity with which the object was thrown upwards and the time taken by the object to reach the highest point. Two things we have to calculate, and information of height is given as 10 meters and final velocity is 0, since it is coming back to the same position from where we had thrown. So final velocity is 0, and acceleration due to gravity g is equal to 9.8 meters per second square, and it will be negative. Why? Because it is going up, right? So we will put these values in this equation. V square equal to u square plus 2as, right? Here the final velocity is 0, so we will solve the value of u, that is the initial velocity. So it is 14 meters per second, right? Now we will use one more equation. V is equal to u plus at, and we'll put the values of final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration. We don't know the time which the object reaches the highest point. So it will reach the highest point in 1.43 seconds. Okay, so this is very easy to solve. Now let's learn about mass. What is mass? If the mass is greater is the inertia. We have learned this. And mass of an object is the measure of its inertia. All these things we have learned earlier. It remains the same whether the object is on the earth, the moon, or even in outer space. You mean to say, suppose if you take this pencil, keep it on earth, the mass of that will be same. If you keep it on moon, the mass of this will be same. Only the weight will change.